what I posted, or from, because of where he was hacked or something, okay? Giuliani visited an Apple store, calls into question his understanding of basic security measures and raises the prospect that as someone in the president's inner circle, his devices are especially vulnerable to hackers or former FBI cyber experts say. So sit back, let's wait for it, okay? Let's wait for somebody to say they hacked Giuliani's phone. I'm putting this out there free, before something comes out. Because I like to put out our proofs of things, timelines, and everything else, all right? Let's move on down the line. This right here, all hell is about to break loose in Washington, D.C. Suspected whistleblower identified work creators of fake Russia collusion narrative. Man, I tell you, we know what's going to happen. And, let me go back. We know what's going to happen. Shit start to come out, okay? Shit start to come out, and I will explain this just in a little bit more detail later on up the line as I go, because some of the posters are going to tie in with what I just dropped here on October 31st. Now, on October 31st, Trump had a series of tweets, and I'm going to go ahead and pull them on up. And it says, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The White House is the place where I have come to love and will stay. Hope for another 5 years as we make America great again. But my faith and my family and I will be making Palm Beach, Florida, our permanent residence. I cherish New York and the people of New York. Continue that one. And I always will. But unfortunately, despite the fact that I pay millions of dollars in city, state, and local taxes each year, I have been treated very badly by the political leaders of both the city and state. Few have been treated worse. I have hated having to make this decision, but in the end it will be the best for all concerned. As president, I will always be there to help New York and the great people in New York. It will always have a special place in my heart. Now, do you really blame do you really blame 1420 for wanting to get the hell out of there after they talk bad about him and do the way that they do, and they're trying to railroad him and everything else? And let me go back over here. Here we go. I posted on November 1st. Ciaramella, I might be butchering it up, okay? He's the whistleblower. And this is why my post back on October 31st, this is why I said all hell's just going to break loose. If you follow that, it's just going to all tie into why. This is him. This is the guy that we're just going to talk about. This is the guy that the fake Russian narrative, the collusion, everything else. Now he's involved in a whistleblower's incident. And he is, let's go ahead and open that post on up. It says, Cremilli, the whistleblower is not really a whistleblower. He's a leaker. Eric Cremilli was a plant in the White House working on behalf of the CIA to do exactly what he did. Ciaramella was involved from the very beginning, starting in 2016, doing John Brennan's bidding from the West Wing on furthering the whole fake Trump-Russia collusion. He is a registered Democrat. He worked for Obama, okay? He worked for Obama's vice president, Joe Biden, okay? This Ukraine stuff starting to tie in. He worked for President Obama's CIA director, John Brennan. See, there we go again. He's known to be vocal critic of President Trump. He has helped initiate the Russian collusion investigation. He is someone already been kicked out of the White House for leaking negative stories about President Trump. Continue on. It's clear that he is guilty of leaking and should be prosecuted for the crime of sedation. Sedation is defined as a crime of two or more people within the jurisdiction of the United States to conspire to overthrow or destroy by force the government of the United States, to the level war against them, or to oppose by force the authority of the United States government, to prevent, hinder, or delay by force of the execution of any law of the United States. Sedation is a serious felony punished by up to 20 years in prison. Okay, this is why he has freaking disappeared. All right, I will continue. I'm gonna come back to this guy, this post here in a little bit. Again, like I said, I post it. There's reasons why I post it, just to kind of give you a heads up on what's going on. And also, like I said, I switch gears many times. A lot of times on the post, I break it up. I just don't have all drama. I'm not going to have a lot of drama, a lot of being serious all the time. You know, many of us here has seen this Grandpa's Kitchen, all right, Nehru Reddy. I guess he has he fed a lot of orphanage kids. He baked, he done everything on fire. He would do big batches at one time. I know I've seen his work. So say a prayer for his family because he passed away. And I know I enjoyed watching. I couldn't believe it how much he was making just food with on the fire. You know, that's impressive. Now here we go. Here we go. This is one I will be coming back to, and I will be touching back. It says C post dated October 31st at 12:39. All right, we're gonna cover that. We're gonna go back. But it says next C post for 10/20 dated today. Well, that was when I posted it. Eyes in the sky, active tracking, real time, waiting for kill order. R. Okay. And if you see down at the bottom, it says, let me go ahead and see if I can break this on up. This is the post from October 31st. It says, breaking, ISIS confirms Baghdad is dead, appoints successor, whatever his name is. All right. Okay. And it says, ISIS has a new leader. We know exactly who he is. That was the post that was today that was there. Now, in real life, okay, behind the curtain and behind the mask and everything else, well, I do have a real life. I run across many different types of people, and I sure do wish people came with a 30-second trailer. Yeah, so I know what I'm getting myself into. I mean, we all know. This is another post. Like I said, I break it up as I go across because, like, I can't be serious all the time. And if I had a 30-second trailer, I would know, be like, oh hell no, stay away from that crazy son of a bitch. I'm not getting involved in him. Oh, boom, nuclear explosions, a gun. No. I'm not plainly left in the fort. Nope. Thank you. No. All right, so here we go back to another post I did at November 1st. This is a one that a lot of people don't see. As a watchman, I try to watch as much of stuff as I can. I just don't watch what's going on in the United States or the world. I try to put my finger on the pulse and see what's happening around the world, and I even monitor asteroids and solar flares. This way, what could be coming, what the bad boogeyman's heading our way. Because I have a family just like you do, and I want to know what's coming my way, and I want to warn you. Okay. It says November 1st, Fright Night, asteroid passed between Earth and telecom communications on Halloween, and no one noticed, okay? Let me go ahead and open that on up for you. It said an asteroid known as COPV-1 just came closer to us than any known near-Earth object on NASA radar, passed the Earth at an altitude of just 3,852 miles. It was only spotted in the early morning hours of Tuesday. Okay, this come out of nowhere, folks. It was first discovered by the Chantella Sky Survey based in Arizona before other observatories picked it up. The asteroid passed above the southern Africa at an altitude of 3,852 miles, or at the closest approach at 7:45 p.m., or a little over the distance between London and New York. Folks, that's pretty dang close, okay? Let me go on and see how big this thing is. To put it in perspective, let me go ahead and pull it on over because it might be easier for you to see it. To put it into perspective, telecom satellites orbit at 22,236 miles, where the International Space Station orbits an altitude of 250 miles. Thankfully, the asteroids safely passed us at a speed of nearly 27,000 miles per hour. Of course, asteroids have hit us as recently as 2013, when 1,200 people were treated for injuries following the incident in Russia. We all remember that, which blew out windows and damaged several thousand buildings. Kofi 1 likely measured between just 2 and 7 meters in diameter. So even if it had hit us, it would not have caused much damage as that asteroid in Russia, which was 20 meters in diameter and traveled at a speed of 40,000 and 42,000, almost 43,000 miles an hour. It says the latest close shave once again put into perspective how vulnerable we are to asteroid strikes, despite NASA and other space agencies' best efforts to catalog all these potentially hazards. In other words, what I'm saying there is, if it come in out of nowhere, okay, it ain't gonna take very much. If it hits New York, London, or any other L.A., it doesn't matter where it hits. If it hits a very populated city, a direct strike, imagine the damage. So yes, it's very important for us to catalog these things. Let's see what's going on here. All right, and I posted another thing on November 1st at 13:27. Another clue, and who I might be. Everybody says they know who I am. Everybody says they think they know who I am. If you really know, my son's nickname is Shadrach. By that alone, you really know the true me. You are in a very small circle, and only a handful of people have heard me call him that. So if you think you know who I am by that name alone, let me know, because I'm just curious. Because everybody, I find it hilarious. I find it entertaining in a personal way, as people trying to figure out who I am, my identity. Yeah, some of them might get close, some of them not get close. And of course, I would not tell you either way it goes if I am that individual that you're looking for. And on November 1st, moments ago, 7 rockets were fired at Israel from Gaza. The Iron Dome aerial defense system intercepted them all. Yeah, I mean, you probably seen me talking about it before. I'm not going to get into debate here with Israel and Gaza and all them, but there's something, if you launched a rocket in my backyard, I'm sorry, I'm going to retaliate, and I'm going to launch some shit back towards your way. All right. Now, moving up to post on November 1st at 15:07. This is the company I will use for the T-shirts. T-shirts are they're not made in China. From what I understand, they're a great company. This is a Patriot supporter company, and they strongly believe in the Bible. So I like to support the Patriot communities who have honor and integrity. Remember, profits minus cost, printing, shipping, and administrative fees will be donated to mental health awareness. I have chosen this company due to ensuring that I do not collect or receive any funds for personal gain. Okay, all right. This is a real touchy subject for me, okay? Mental illness, it does affect a lot of us. Remember, mental illness affects each and every one of us, okay? We know family members who suffer from it. We have friends that might suffer from it. So I'm currently researching several nonprofit organizations. I'm making sure that whatever we donate goes directly to them. We know how Red Cross and all them uses the money. And as soon as I find it, I will let you know. Now, I did drop a link to his page in the description. It should be there, and it's uncensored T-shirts. Great guy, great company, everything else. Like I said, if you don't have honor, integrity, and a good heart, I'm not gonna mess with you. If you're one of these guys that look at me, I'm Mr. Badass, and I will get to that story here in a second. I did drop some post about that. Okay, here's their website. Like I said, I dropped it I dropped it at uncensoredtshirts.com. I dropped it in the description, so you should click it. I don't know if they got anything else lined up, but here's some of the ideas on the t-shirts. You know, there's the black one, and I'm just going to go through real quick, let you see some of the, basically what I want to do is I want to help ones that, if we know mental illness affects a lot of homeless people, a lot of veterans. Now, I'm going to do away with trying to help the vets at this moment. Now, don't think I'm anti-vet, no, but I am disappointed in some of them. I'm disappointed in how many I have helped personally. I mean, I have helped hundreds of vets. I have helped many homeless vets. I have put roof over them, put clothes on the back, food in their belly. So I have helped them a whole lot, and it's time to move on. The vets need to help the vets. They need to clean up their shit too. That's all I'm gonna say. Here's let me check. Let me just go ahead and check. Nope. All right. It says see post from 6 hours ago. This was on November 1st. All right, so I posted something 6 hours ago. What did I say then? See remarks. I'm going to go back to it because, like I said, I covered it. See, now, see remarks 41020 just said 20 minutes ago. So I posted this 6 hours before 41020 made the remarks, okay? And there's the link. Do you need any more proof? We're working for you. All right. Let me go here. Here's the 6 hours ago. See, post dated. All right, next. All right, eyes in the sky. Actor tracking real time. Waiting for kill order. All right. You remember that post from that I just covered. Here, let's go ahead and go on over here. This is what he says. Go ahead and transition. Oh, you might need volume on. Let me get you some volume. Hold up. Go ahead and get you some volume.
We have a very good relationship. The ceasefire has held very nicely. We've kept the oil. We stayed back and kept the oil. Other people can patrol the border of Syria, frankly, and Turkey. Let them. They've been fighting for 1,000 years. Let them do the border. We don't want to do that. We want to bring our soldiers home. But we did leave soldiers because we're keeping the oil. I like oil. We're keeping the oil.
Are you Erdogan coming this month that should be handed
So,
starts?
President Erdogan wants to come to the White House. We have a very good relationship. The ceasefire has held very nicely. We've kept the oil. We stayed back and kept the oil. Other people can patrol the border of Syria, frankly, and Turkey. Let them. They've been fighting for 1,000 years. Let them do the border. We don't want to do that. We want to bring our soldiers home. But we did leave soldiers because we're keeping the oil. I like oil. We're keeping the oil, and we're working with the Kurds, and we're frankly working with Turkey, and we're working with a lot of countries. We had a tremendous victory the other day in getting the #1 terrorist in the world, and probably one of the #1, maybe the #1 terrorist for the last 50 years, and we knocked him out, and then we knocked out #2, and we already have #3 in our sights. I'm going right now to a great place, and we're going to...
All right, he said, did you not hear him say, look at my past posts that I have done. I have dropped. Next conflict, next fight will be over oil. And we have the oil. Did you not see the post that I made? Let me just see if I can find it. Let me just see. I don't remember exactly which one. Either way it goes. It's on a Facebook page. It says, just about almost quotes him pretty much. And he done that, a couple hours later. So we have the oil. We're keeping the oil. We have #1 in sight. #2, you remember that. See, it says, eyes in the sky, active track in real time. They're waiting for the kill order. So, with what you just seen there, so anyway, let's move on. Let's continue to move on. There's still a lot to cover. Former Trump ally turned adversary Anthony Scaramucci says he believes the president will be out of office in a few months, but not through the impeachment process. He's saying 1420 will resign. I don't see that happening. I don't see, and here's old Anthony Scaramucci. I don't see it happening. I really, really don't, because he's wanting to do good. Let's see what this is. Oh, here we go. It says, what have I been saying for a while now about the Patriot movement? See, I told you I was going to touch back on this again just a while ago. If you go to 3Up Videos, News, Chats, you will see just how divided they still are. This is one page out of thousands here on Facebook. Still fighting and arguing in the old pissing contest with a few chest bangers. We as Patriots, okay, we need to clean up our shit, all right? We need to shave that nasty, raggedy, tactical beard. Get rid of those wrap-around sunglasses. Stop the infighting. We need to organize better nationwide. Give and take. Learn how to compromise. Drop all your damn egos. Get your fat ass off the couch, out of bed, off the computer, and train. Learn about and understand why humanity, humility, and then you will understand what it's like to be humble. Once a person faces all this, he or she changes as being humble. You see things totally different. Try being a peacemaker. Don't always fall for bad intelligence. Okay? Everything has been given to you to organize. I know personally, I have given you, the leaders, all the tools, maps, and everything. My evaluation of the movement as it stands right now is a grade F. The F grade stands for fucked, and that's what we all will be if we're attacked or invaded. I'm ashamed of how bad the Patriot movement looks at this moment. I remember back in the time in 1998 to 99 maybe, that the militias, the Patriot community had some fucking teeth, and they would bite that ass. I'm not joking. This is before social media, and they were pretty strong. Okay, like I said, it's before social media. Social media has hurt us more than you ever know. Remember, there has been an underground Patriot group who over the many years have been secretly watching and helping you. You may have heard stories or whispers about them. I can assure you they are real and out there among you watching. They always recruit the best and the brightest. They have the influence, money, and power backing them. The fight against the Illuminati deep state is still going on. It's like it has been for a very long time. Remember, don't go to try looking for them, as they will try. They will find you. You got your good and your bad, okay? You're going to have to. See, we need you. We need you to correct a few things. We need you to come together. We need you in this battle between good versus evil. We need you to pray for us and your families. We need you to pray. Godspeed, Patriots. All right, that was the post that I done, and I know you have heard the whispers of a secret organization. They're out there. That's all I'm going to say is they're fighting the good fight to try to. It's a mess, okay? At the spiritual warfare that's going on and everything else. And here's the post that goes to it that got me started on it. It says apparently the page has gone from 3Up Video News Chat. I'm a shitbag of this country. See how they keep dividing and keep up in the chest banging and the infighting. There's no need in that, folks. There's no need of infighting. We need to organize. The Patriot community needs to come together better than what they have been. All right. Because, really, what are we going to do? What will you do? What will you do if we are attacked? Oh, I grab my goddamn gun and I will go. You don't mess with all these hunters and everything. No, I'll go on out there and I'll get me some of these old UN helmets. Motherfucker, he don't run and hide. That's what he's going to do. Don't listen to that blowhard. No, 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 no. Please don't follow somebody like that. Please, please, please. Now, I'm moving up the line, and on November 2nd at 1557, 1420, he says, where the whistleblower has disappeared. Where's the whistleblower? I know where the whistleblower is here. Like, a guy on the Facebook page, Matt, I think it was, he said he's went underground, he's reemerged back into the swamp and everything else. We're going to see some more of this whistleblower. Now, did you hear about the Ukrainian guy that testified? Now he's changing his statement. He said, oh, yeah. He changed it today after he already testified Monday or Tuesday or whenever it was last week, I think it was. And he's like, oh, yeah. I remember now. They coerced me. No. I did post on November 2nd at 16:11 important meeting. I will be out calm for the next 2 hours or longer. Just depends on certain people. Well, I mean, some people like to talk a little longer than normal. So that was at 16:11, and at 17:57, as you see, several hours have passed. The Situation Room, very, very busy, is all I'm going to say. Big things coming. Big news. Okay. And see, like I said, I'm going to come back to the whistleblower. I even touched back on it at the very, very beginning of this thing. 1420 sure does know who he is. Trust me on that. See, post David November 1st at 0029. There's his name. See, we already know it. Eric Caramilla, I think it is. And it says, let's see what his post says. Let's see what 1420 post is. It says, the whistleblower got it so wrong that he must come forward. The fake news media knows who he is. Being an arm of the Democrat Party, don't want to reveal him because there would be hell to pay. Reveal the whistleblower and end the impeachment process. See, he knows. He knows he's the arm of the Democrat Party. He knows who he's tied with. He knows everything. So if you don't think he don't know who this joker is, that's See, it was Eric Caramella, or whatever you want to call it. So I dropped that before he dropped that tweet again, letting you know what's coming before it happens. He also said, the fake news media is working so hard that information about the whistleblower's identity, which may be very bad for them, and their Democrat partners never reaches the public. Like again, when I dropped that stuff about Eric Caramilla, now he's starting to reveal, and he knows also, and he's letting you know that I'm trying to tell you as well before it comes out. Oh boy. Oh yeah. This post right here on November 3rd at 1416, Wolf in Sheep Clothing, Cayenne West. Let's go ahead and open that on up. Let me go ahead and open that on up for you so you can see it better. It says, Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, Cayenne West, shocked the world last month when he announced he had become a born-again Christian and was prepared to drop a new album entitled Jesus is King. No sooner had that happened when he again shocked the world by announcing a newfound friendship with the motivational speaker and false Bible teacher, Joel Osteen. Well, Cayenne must have taken a long, hard look at Joel Osteen's business model and decided that Jesus' business is pretty good business to be in. Perhaps you recall Joel selling tickets to his rival show for $850 a piece. The You Best Life Now board game and the endless runs on the New York Best Time Seller. Let me continue. Let me see. Open this on up so I can. List is now Cayenne West has launched its online shop where you can purchase very mediocrely designed Jesus King sweatshirts with matching pants for a mere $390 for the set. The addition of Joel Osteen to his involving puzzle does not bode well on any level. He being current king of the. Still, we should work hard to keep an open mind with all this. But red flags keep popping up all over the place with each new story. Could this be leading to the false end times reveal of the bring your own God generation? One thing is for sure, that Kanye West will not get at the Lakewood Church as the gospel. Okay, so this confirms the initial suspicions that the whole Jesus King and Sunday service experience is just another Kanye West joint designed to promote himself by any means possible and in a very predictable mood. You can look forward to the Jesus is Born Christmas album dropping in December. Now, I'm not kidding, but I wish I was. On one hand, if Kanye West has really become a born-again and gotten saved, then we should applaud his effort and give him massive amounts of grace as he begins walking with the Lord. But on the other hand, this whole thing with each passing day is beginning to look phonier and phonier. And if it's not a stunt, then it's almost certainly adding to the roster of the end times. All right, if Kanye is serious, we will be able to tell pretty quickly by his attitude and his massive wealth. All right, I mean seriously. But that was let me go back down. It was what? Let me see the date of that. That was on November 3rd that I dropped that. Then today, November 5th, this popped up, and I had to drop this in there. All right. I captured it, it was when I captured it. A Louisiana pastor praised Kanye West's latest minute Sunday service where over 1,000 people raised their hands to commit their lives to the Christ calling on a new way. Right. He had over 1,000 people. That's great. I bet that dang offering plate was sure being passed around. You know it was. Oh, the more you give God, the more God will love you. You know those kind of sayings? Oh, give me some more. The more money you donate, the more I pray for you, the more you're going to get. All right, next post was November 3rd at 1428. This right here is a simple security stuff. That's all I'm going to say. Q does it. I will do it. Many of us have to do it in order to assure that we keep our IPs and our identities and that we're not going to get hit, and that everything is running good, that we're routing everything, just masking. Basically, that's all we're doing is just hiding our stuff. So don't freak out when you see that. Now, on November 3rd, I put coup d'etat in progress, a coup. And a coup is known by the German, it's to overthrow an existing government by non-democratic means, typically as an illegal, unconstitutional seizure of power by a dictator, the military, or a political faction. All right, look at what's going on. They've been on this impeachment stuff. They've been trying to get rid of 1420 for 3 years now. We know how crooked the FBI is, Comey. We know how Clapper and all the others. It's been a battle. They have been trying to secretly overthrow, and now they're not keeping it a secret. They're pretty much putting it in your face, folks. They really are. They're not hiding nothing. So we're in a battle, not just a physical battle, but also, like I said, a spiritual battle. A post on November 3rd, like I said, I'm going to just continue to roll up the list because I don't know how much I got or how much to cover. I just was trying to cover everything that I dropped on that date up to current. The Foreign Intelligence Service Court has ruled the Federal Bureau of Investigation of Electronic Surveillance activities violated the constitutional privacy of American citizens. All right, do you remember James Roden? I think he was Fox News, I think it was at the time, when the FBI surveillance tapped his phone and his stuff. They also tapped, there's a lot of AP reporters, they tapped 41020's phones also, and that's going to be, the FISA, they faked everything, FISA-gate, Spygate. I've been waiting on that to come out and drop because it's bigger than Watergate, folks. I'm really waiting on it. Let me see. Okay. I'll continue to move on up the list. Okay, I'm letting you know that Q is back. But for how long? Maybe the question. As soon as the ISP or web hosts find out, they may be shut down again. Remember, if Q and the plan was thought fully through, they would have already had a few backup servers and web hosts before it got taken down the first time. Learn our comms? Well, you can't when you put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, that was, I'm sorry. I'm going to help Q. I'm going to help whoever's fighting the good fight to try to do what we can. But when you put all your eggs in one basket, and when they shut down the servers, your followers are left behind. They are left in the dark. They're like walking zombies. But so my next question would be, if he's really bad, is it the real Q posting? I know if it was me, I would create it. I would mislead people. I bet Deep State has already thought this and probably implemented it. Okay, so be careful. Really be careful, folks. Don't, unless you know it's a real Q, be very, very, very careful. Because, like I said, I know what I could do if I had some more technology ahead of me. I know, and here's the sad part: is the Q followers would just so gladly and blindly follow. And not ask too many questions. It's sad. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. This post right here that I'm moving up the line is on November 3rd at 1832 at 6:32 for United Civilians. An extreme flooding event at the Mojave River Dam could put hundreds of thousands of Southern California residents nearby at risk, according to officials. Now, I didn't really, this is where I should write stuff down, okay? Because I didn't really get a chance to check into it. But I remember one lady on here on the show, and we was talking about the dams, how bad shapes they are. I also remember communicating, I don't know if it's via email, message, or Facebook, or what it was, but she was telling me that the dams are pretty bad. And I kind of overlooked this, and I should have written it down. So if you got any information on how bad the thing is, and see, and I said the biggest lie I tell myself is, I don't need to write that down. I'll remember it. No, I should have wrote it down because of those damn dams, you know. I keep forgetting. I apologize. Now, that post on November 3rd, that was just where I was going to go live. Now, here's something that kind of had me concerned there for a little bit. It's the further radiation regions from the Seattle, Washington area report no unusual radiation spikes. I classify the situation as normal. Now, I was watching high radiation in Seattle. I was watching a lot of stuff going on, and I got kind of concerned, but I was also looking at other outlets, media, news. I was looking at personal, just looking at all around, and I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I think that was a malfunctioning in that sensor because everything else was good. And I'm going to come back to this post now. I want you to be thinking about this post. And I know I wasn't the only one watching it. And I'm going to switch gears again. Like I said, I switch gears between my posts. So imagine if at dinner in Washington, D.C. on October 2016, you had John Brennan, Director of CIA, Susan Rice, Obama's National Security Advisor, together with Adam Schiff's whistleblower. There's Eric Ciaramella. How would this look at Fleet? Remember, there has been a coup d'etat in progress from day one on election night. I posted that, and that goes back to the coup. This goes back to all hell's supposed to break loose in Washington, because this Eric guy has been tied to so much. And there's some pictures out there. That's all I want to say. I'm waiting on the okay from a big person. Nod their head, and I will release it. Oh boy, here we go. No Shave November. We all know, we all see these news anchors, we all see everybody else. We're doing it for charities, we're doing it for this. Great. I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you. But now the Patriots, they take it a little too far. Okay. All right, there's no shave, no November stuff. It's nothing more than bullshit. It's an excuse to not shave and be lazy. And in my opinion, okay, it's hard now at times to distinguish a radical Islamic terrorist from an American patriot with that look. Guys, your beards, all right. That big bush type makes you look like a cousin fucking redneck bumpkin, okay? That tactical beard, well, it tells me you're narcissistic, and it's all about you. To look at me, I love to lick boots and ass. It doesn't give you superpowers, okay? Patriots, guys, please. It makes, are you an Antifa or a patriot? Again, I don't know the look. They look the same. So fuck's sake, just shave and let's clean up our image in the movements. We already have a bad name. That's what you don't understand. I guess I'm old school, and if you got a beard in the military, oh hell no. Now I don't know what's going on now because I done gave somebody some articles and oh no. So please, you're not Mr. American Sniper. You're not Mr. Badass Rambo or nothing like that. It doesn't make you look cool. So please, Patriots, please, I'm asking. And I'm telling you, it doesn't look good. It looks terrible. You've got to have a clean image, and what you got going on now is. Let me put it to you this way. When I went to an academy, the first thing they tell you is looking at somebody. If they got a beard, you want to look at them a little bit harder, because if a man can't look at himself in the face without hiding behind all that hair, he can't trust himself. So how can you trust him? That's what they teach. They teach us to look at personalities. They teach us to look at different traits. And that's why I'm so passionate on the mental health awareness in the Patriot movement. I see we need a need. There's a need for help, okay? I'm not saying we're a bunch of crazy, bunch of whatever, but some of us are, some of us are not, okay? But again, what I want to get at is we need a better image. Let me move on up the line here. Okay. Paris Climate Pact withdrawal today. I was waiting for 1420's tweet. I had been waiting on it. I haven't seen him tweet. I know it was coming. I knew it was coming. But yeah, he may have just delivered remarks on it. But with all this election stuff going on, with all this other stuff that's happening with the, I don't know if he will tweet about it, but I just put it out there because I was waiting on it. I was trying to set a marker, and it hadn't marked yet. If you understand what I'm talking about. And here, like I said, I like to break stuff up on the page. Remember, if you lose a sock in the dryer, it comes back as a Tupperware lid that doesn't fit any of your containers. I don't know if you're like me, but when you reach in that drawer to get those lids out, you're falling all around and bumbling, and you're like, what the hell? You're trying to fix everything, and it won't fix on it, and you just get mad. You go down to the store and buy that glad stuff and be done with it. I mean, seriously. I like to break stuff up like that. And there's reasons why I post it, okay? Now, here's more of another serious story. President Trump loses appeal to block accounting firm from turning over tax documents. Further appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court is like, no, it's guaranteed. These people have been trying to get his tax information for a long time now. This is part of that deep state shit that I'm telling you that we're fighting. That this is more of the harassment that he's getting. He's being attacked from all different angles, and from within, even someone with his own rhinos. I'm telling you, they're secretly working against him. Mitch McConnell? No. I'm sorry. No. All right. That right there, that post right there I was simply on the move. A lot of times I go places, I go do stuff, but in this situation I had to go deal with something kind of important, and I will not disclose that at this moment. Now, this post was from yesterday. Hillary Clinton is about to come out in the running for president again. You heard me here. You heard me say it first. I mean, new Fox poll shows her in the lead over 41020. We knew she might. There's many different variables in the timeline to be 100%. Current projection, 72.6%. She does jump in. All of our little things are showing it at 72.6% that she might throw her hat in the race again at the last minute. But there's a lot of variables that could happen in between. So I'm go ahead and throwing this out there just so I have a record. Remember, Facebook as a timeline, it keeps dates and times and everything. So I like to put stuff out there so as a record, as you get in the news first, pretty much. You get a heads up. This post right here, present and predicted. You probably remember seeing that scrolling through the Facebook page. And I chose The Simpsons. Why? Because The Simpsons have been so great at predicting a lot of events in their shows. But let me go ahead and open that on up. Let's go ahead and look at this. It says, present and predicted. Yesterday marked exactly 1 year, see, until what some 83 million believe is the most important election of our lifetime. Within the ensuing 12 months, all the individualistness of the left will be unleashed against a man who has rocked the establishment to its very core. The deep state, so-called media lobbyists, global economists, and Clinton sociopaths will be part of a well-coordinated and financed effort seeking the destruction by any means possible of our president and our constitutional republic. It's not a misnomer, and needless here is a list of circumstances. The blunt reality for these of us supporting President Trump is that we can expect hideous attacks beyond President and predicted imagination, far beyond what is already the most gay phenomenon in American history, a silent coup d'etat, replacing the failed attempts so far has been exposed. Those of us in the Trump base must remember, the right is might, and with the tireless work by each of us slowly, deplorable Trumpers in the new world will scrub the abode of the damned, president predicted. Okay, we know, again, go back to 70. Uh-oh. Okay. 70. Okay. I had to look at what slide I'm on to throw it up there to you. Again, there's been a silent coup going on. They try to take him out. I don't know if I've covered it several times on the show about him heading over to the North Korea summit where they launched the missiles off the USS Russell, the submarine. It's a black CIA operation. We know for one that the CIA and some other agencies have been against 41020. It's been a battle between military intelligence and the other agencies. So I'm not going to cover that too much. Now we can cover it after the show, and I will open up the lines again. Again, I will open up the lines for you, and we will cover everything. Now, this is a hint on what I might be doing. You want to know? Hint on what I might be doing? Are there any news on Space Force? Is it coming? Are there any news, Kristen? Did we have any more incoming asteroids? Remember that one show that I just talked about? Did I just cover about the Halloween asteroid that no one caught? Remember the important meeting? Remember the Situation Room very busy? What else might have been covered? Did we cover solar storms? Did we go to the moon? No, we built something much bigger and went way past the moon. Once fully disclosed what happened on July 20th, 1969, the public mind can handle the truth. I'm telling you, folks, there's something going on that you need to be ready for it. Okay, you need to be well aware. I mean, all I'm gonna say is prep. Okay, please prep. Let me see what this is. Now, Iran is operating double the number of centrifuges which were previously known. Iran to increase production rate of 10 times. Do you know why they did that? Do you know why? Because we pulled out of the summit thing. We pulled out of it, and it marked a special date. They held a ceremony there, just to kind of rub it in America's face that ha ha ha, we can do this, and there ain't nothing you can do. Another incident was a hate crime attack thwarted. Known white supremacist Richard Halser arrested and plot to blow up Karl Ross synagogue. I'm taking bets, okay? I'm sorry. I'm taking bets that it might be they might try to say he's a Q follower or some shit that now that 8con or 8chan, it's 8con now that's back up and Q is posted. I mean, just the timing is just there. I mean, that could be some mind control shit too. I don't know. MK Ultra. See, breaking your phone to notify units of withdrawal from Paris Climate Accord. There we go. There's another one. It was released on the same day, basically, that Iran's like, ha ha ha, look what we can do. And even though that we did pull out of the Iran deal, and here's another post that I dropped. Now, like I said again, I dropped some stuff. And I watched a show called The Rookie last night, and they had an incoming ballistic missile threat for L.A. area, and it had 28 minutes. It was a false alarm on the show, but we all remember Hawaii. We all know that deep state and Illuminati loves to put stuff in your face. So I wanted to watch the L.A. for some major false flag. I'm not putting any numbers or no, not yet. I haven't completely broke it down, but something is there, okay? I'm watching LA for something to happen. I don't know what yet, but the web is hinting, okay? The shows are hinting, and and it's hard for me to describe. Now, what I want you to do is I dropped a post yesterday, I think it was, Project Weeping Angel. I want you to research it. That's for a whole nother show there, folks. Basically, what that is how the CIA can come in through your smart TVs and everything else. And like I said, MK Ultra possibly. That's a whole nother show for a whole nother time. But I want you to research Project Weeping Angel. That would it probably will blow some of your mind. Okay, here, this next post. We'll go back to. I'm gonna go back to when I was monitoring the radiation, in Seattle and all that. And this is some of the stuff that I have to deal with. It says, see, from QAnon and Follow the White Rabbit. It says, did anyone hear about the massive nuclear strike in Seattle, November 3rd? Okay. See. And let me go ahead and open that post on up. Let me just open that up. This is some of the Q people that I have to sift through and everything. And it says, see, this is shit I have to deal with at times. Many Q followers have and live in a world of make-believe. Don't be a John. That's who posted it. Remember, schizophrenia is a real mental illness. Most can't help it. Reason I'm so passionate about wanting to do T-shirt sales and donate profits to mental health awareness. Again, that goes back to the radiation. Let me go back. Let me go ahead and go radiation. See, it goes back to radiation readings. That's why they freaked out. It's because, but no nuclear strike, folks. There was no nuclear strikes. And then, of course, Houston is becoming about like a little Chicago with all the damn shootings and crime, black on black, and the shootings and everything else. All right. This one, I needed help. I was requesting Patriots help. I was requesting just help in general to research a right mental illness, somebody that is not crooked. I'm seeing some that only give 5% to the research itself, pocketing 9%, 95% for board and other fees. That's bullshit, okay? let's find a nonprofit that 100% goes to helping a person in need. Like if they are depressed due to food, or they get it, or a warm place to sleep on the cold nights. Like I said, I've helped vets a lot in the past. Now I want to help others. Okay, don't think that. Like I said, I'm not a. Trust me, I've been over the Middle East. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I did and look for I looked for your ideas and suggestions to typo, and I wanted to post them in the comments, and I did find some that somebody mentioned the Salvation Army, and I looked and it was saying the Salvation Army keeps about 18% from administrative cost. Okay, but I know they keep more than that. But if you don't tell them, hey, I want that donation to go to here, disasters, to whatever disaster or whatever, they keep it. Okay, they keep all of it. So again, I'm struggling to find the right one. Now, here is something so freaking stupid, folks. A fight over a damn chicken sandwich. Just in, a person stabbed to death during an argument over Popeye's chicken sandwich restaurant in Ox Hill, Maryland. What happened was two guys in the line started fighting because one guy cut in front of him, and then the fight started out. It got taken. They got outside, and that's where he got stabbed over. They wanted that chicken sandwich. That's just what it boils down to. Okay. Now, here's a more serious note. Here's more serious. It says, now let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and open up the lines now. I'm going to go ahead and open up the lines so that I can connect to the voice. There we go. There we go. I'm connected to the voice now. So if you want to join me, I'm almost close to the end of the show. Please do. Drop the link right there in Discord so you can. This is the time for 1420 posted today. This is the time for Mexico, with the help of the United States, to wage war on the drug cartels and wipe them off the face of the earth. We merely await a call from your great new president. Why would he post something like this? Because he says, he posted, he tweeted again, a wonderful family and friends from Utah got caught between two vicious drug cartels who were shooting at each other, with the results being many great American people killed, including young children and some missing. If Mexico needs or requests help in cleaning out these monsters, the United States stands ready and willing and be able to get involved and do the job quickly and effectively. The great new president of Mexico has made this a big issue, but the cartels have become so large and powerful that you can sometimes need an army to defeat an army. Okay, this is. I know when I was down on the border, the cartels, they don't play around, folks, okay? This family, they were two people. They were, let me go ahead and switch it over. This is what, go ahead and interact. Here, listen to this.
This is for the record. Nita and 4 of my grandchildren are burnt and shot up. Right on the road out of La Mora.
There you go. There you have it right there. You have it from his grandfather, the grandfather. That's the vehicle. What I understand here is I am going to, let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me read you. I'll go ahead and get this, just hang tight. And what I want to do is I am going to throw the slideshow on for you and let you just see. It was 9 kids and 12 total, and the rest adults, okay? It says, on morning of November 4th, 2019, 3 mothers in the vehicles with 14 children between them set out from Lamora, a small family community in the mountains of northeast Sonora, two of them to see family in Chihuahua, and one of them to pick up her husband from the airports in Phoenix, Arizona. They never made it. They were ambushed by the Mexican cartel, shot, burned, and murdered in cold blood. These were innocent civilians, American citizens, simply trying to live peaceful lives. For 11 hours, their families all over Sonora, Chihuahua, and the Midwest U.S. waited in fear and horror of any news of possible survivors. The first vehicle was found full of bullet holes, as you just seen in the video that I ran, and completely ablaze. Nina and 4 of her 7 children had taken on a trip who were burned to mostly ashes, and only a few charred bones left to identify. All 5 have been inside. It appears that one tried to escape as the front passenger door was open and the remains were partially in and out of the vehicle. On another part of the road, about 10 miles ahead, where Christina with her baby, Faith, in the vehicle, and Don with 9 children in hers, they both were fired upon from ahead, and Christina jumped out waving her arms to let the attackers know she was a woman and with children in the vehicle, so she gave her life to try to save the rest. Don and 2 of her boys were also killed in the gunfire. After witnessing his mother's and brothers being shot dead, Don's son, Devin, hid his 6 other siblings in the bushes and covered them with branches to keep them safe while he went for help. When he took too long to return, his 9-year-old sister left the remaining 5 to try again. Devin arrived at Lamora at 5:30 p.m. at 6 hours after the ambush, giving the first news anyone had heard from Christina's family. Devin's uncles armed themselves with guns and returned to try and find the hidden children, knowing many of them were injured. They didn't get far before realizing they would be risking death, since there had been a continuous shooting for hours all over the mountains near Lamora. The group of men waited while reinforcements around 7:30 found the hidden children. They found Christina's baby with Faith, the vehicle around her riddled with bullet holes. Somehow she remained untouched and alive. She was in her car seat, which looked to have been hurriedly placed on the floor of the vehicle by her mother for protection. The search didn't end there. Mackenzie, the 9-year-old who had gone for help, was missing. Soldiers whom by then arrived, and the men of Lamora and nearby town searched for 2 hours in the dark until they found her around 9:30. The 5 of Don's children who were injured were picked up by a waiting ambulance and treated at the local hospital until a helicopter was sent by Mexican military to come pick them up. Their father, David, who had then arrived from Tucson, Arizona, accompanied them to be life-flighted to another helicopter waiting at the U.S. border from the transport to Phoenix. Devin, his brother, Jake, Christina's baby, Faith, all uninjured, are now in the care of their aunts and grandmothers in Lamora. They lost 9 today. We are now waiting for the morning for answers for justice. All right, who is dead? Rhonda Mira Miller, September 15th, 1989, 30 years old. Howard Jacob Miller Jr., July 12th, 2007, 12 years old. Christine Miller, September 25th, 2009, 10 years old. Titus Avon Miller, March 2019, 8 months old. Tina Gracia Miller, March 13, 2019, 8 months. They were twins. All shot and burned in the vehicle. Only ashes and a few bones remain. The father, husband, is Howard Sr., who was in North Dakota at the time of the attack. The 3 siblings left behind in North Lamora being babysat at Miller's grandparents, Tristan, Amaryllis, and Zach. All right, dead. Also, this is Christine Marie Langford Johnson, November 23rd, 1987, shot dead, 19 days away from 32. People survived. Faith Marie Johnson, April 9th, 7 months old, was found in her car seat that seemed to be put on the floor by her mother to try to protect her. The dead also, Don Ray Lafford, 1976, was 43 years old. Trevor Harvey Langford, April 4th, 2008, 11 years old. Reagan J. Langford, February 17th, 2.5 years old, all shot to death. Survived. Caitlin Evelyn Rayford, all right, she was 14, she was shot in the foot. Devin Blake Langford, July 6th, 13 years old, uninjured, walked approximately 14 miles to Lamora to get help after hiding his bleeding but living siblings in the bushes and covering them with branches. Mackenzie Ray Langford, January 12, 2010, 9 years old, grazed on her arm, sent by her sister Cal for help when Devin didn't return soon enough. Got lost approximately 10 miles for about 4 hours in the dark before she was found by a search party. Cody Grayson Langford, October 1st, 2011, 8 years old, shot in the jaw and the leg. His condition was worried, but last word not critical. Jake Reiner Langford, May 22nd, 6, uninjured. Xander Bo Langford, shot in the back. He was only, 4. Braxton Oliver Langford, 15th, February 15th, 2019, almost 9 months old. He was shot in the chest, open fresh wound, a bullet grazed on his wrist. Okay, so basically, folks, what we got here going on is a family that needs your prayers. And they really do need your prayers. And the Patriots need to step up. It's time. When you have American citizens, kids like that right there, innocent souls, that the life was extinguished so early. Patriots, you need to get fired up. You need to get some balls. It's sad when the ladies in the Patriot movement have bigger balls than you guys. It is very sad. This should outrage you. I'm trying to search my thoughts here because I'm trying to be not. I don't care what I say and how I say it, but I'm just saying you need to do something different. I done said about your looks, about you need to get off the couch, you need to train. I done said, what if this was your kids? Okay, what if this was your family? Now, they were Mormons, offshoot from a Mormon branch, from what I understand. Now, oh boy, I don't know how this is going to play out. I know how the Mormons, they all pretty band together, and they can be pretty violent. You might not think so. They might have a lot of stuff stored up here and there and everything else, but you've done attacked them. Okay, Mormons are pretty powerful in their church. Have you been to Salt Lake, Utah, and seen their temple? Have you seen how much money and power they really got? This should outrage you. As patriots, why do you think they want the border? Why do you think he wants the wall? But these liberals and these Democrats are saying, no, open border. No, I remember being down on the border once. And not far from where I was at, there was a turf war between cartels and rival whatever, and that they were having shootouts. It was going into the city. I was like, holy shit, this is like freaking Afghanistan or Iraq or somewhere, because like I said, I've been over the Middle East, but I was not prepared for that kind of violence. They shot up cars, and it was like I said, they don't play. It takes an army to defeat an army, and that's what you guys got to understand. When I'm getting on to you about your looks, when I'm giving you a hard time about getting off your ass, it doesn't mean that I don't care. I don't care about the movement. Yes, I do, or I wouldn't be trying to spank you like I would a child. Seriously. So again, let's clean up our image. Let's train. You need to train. You need to organize. They need some retaliation. That's all I'm gonna say. I see. You're not supposed to. What does it say in the Bible? They slap you on one cheek, you turn to the other cheek. No, you look at my song, my opening song, the Renegade song. You slap me on my cheek. You think I'm just gonna turn the other cheek? No, I don't think so. Yes, you're supposed to, but I'm not. Okay, that's just me. Are we supposed to turn the cheek on this? No. This needs to be some retaliation. I don't care if it was me. 3 years ago this happened, I tell you what I do. I'm gonna tell you what I would have done. I'd had a covert team of some patriots lined up, and we would have took action. That's all I'm gonna say. Things would have happened. Okay. Remember, there's a organization out there that you hear whispers about that has power. I don't know what they're going to do about this, okay? I have no clue, but some justice will be served. I'll have to talk to some big men or something, and they have to nod their head or whatever they do, but something will be done. Not by me, of course, I mean, but by patriots, the church here, by individuals. You're going to see retaliation. I just hope, I mean, if you want to join me, please do. Oh, no. I lost my signal. Anyway, oh well. Okay. Let me check this real quick. I got the lines open. Oh, no. I got the lines open, so let me see here. I'm checking everything else out. I will. Nope, didn't show that I went live. Okay, November 5th. Anyway, I am out of here. Since nobody wants to talk, I'm out of here.
Boa tarde,